I'm programming Texas Hold'em Poker for the Computer Olympiad, and we still got a month to go before the final contests. And I hope to squeeze one more game into it. At the beginning of the lockdown, I made it a goal to write 6 games while I was 6 feet apart from everybody. You got to remember, at the beginning, we were only going to lock down for a few weeks. And when it seemed like the lockdown was going to last forever, I decided to make the goal 19 games for all the victims of COVID-19. And right now I'm up to 21 games, and I want to squeeze one more. But as I'm writing it, it reminded me of the good old days when poker was all the rage. I had an old classmate from high school, and what was really funny was that he was holding a birthday party at his home. And we got to his home, and his girlfriend came to the party, if I remember correctly. And then another friend of his came and paid him a gambling debt that he had owed him. I think what had happened was the two of them had shared an online poker account. And so his friend had paid him for a gambling debt, and it was about $300 or $400, if I remember correctly. And when he took the money from his friend, his eyes really lit up. And his eyes didn't light up so much when his girlfriend showed up. And I really felt sorry for the girl when I saw that. Don't get me wrong, I didn't like her or anything. I just felt sorry for her. Long story short, they didn't stick together. So I felt sorry for the girl being with him when I saw the attitude like that. Okay, then a few years later, while I was working on my PhD, I had a classmate who made a lot of enemies because he caused online poker to be completely shut down from the city we were in. We were in Rochester, New York, and nobody could play online poker in that area because of a scam that my friend had done. He had figured out that because online gambling at the time was kind of borderline illegal, so he had figured out he could place a big bet on his credit card, and if he won, he would just cash out and pretend to be just like any other normal gambler. But if he lost, he would call his credit card company, "I never gambled online," and the credit card company would take the money back from the gambling site. And he did this like with 10 different sites at one time before they all caught on. And he made about $30,000, and as a result, nobody in the same geographical area could gamble anymore because my friend would travel to different Starbucks in the area and commit the scam. And so he made a lot of enemies doing that. It just goes to show that both of these guys, they don't have much to show for it now, right? In fact, my old high school classmate, we were talking one day about how we're doing with our investments now with the COVID-19 with the market, and he asked me what my net worth is, and we're close enough that we could talk about that. And when I asked him, he listed, among other things, that he had paid off his car, and his car is worth like $3,000, and he counted that toward his net worth. And so it just goes to show that he wasted a bunch of his childhood with that stuff, and there really isn't much to show. My other friend who did the chargeback fraud with the casinos online, he's just like any other average Joe. He wasted the best years of his life playing that game. And it just goes to show that there's a lot more to life than just being greedy, right?